Okay, so before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Nur Farah Izati from APPG MySDG. So with me today, we have a very expert, knowledgeable, awesome people, okay, with us during our session. Okay, so the first speaker will be Dr. Eri Tri Nurini Adi from all the way from Indonesia. Give her applause. So I'll brief a bit about Dr. Eri Trinuri. So she has more than 20 years of work experiences with the national government, international development agencies, national and international NGOs, and consulting firm, as well as with communities, mostly in the field of project management, community empowerment, and policy analysis. So currently, she is a board member of Yayasan Bina Swadaya Self-Reliance Foundation in Indonesia, a social enterprise with the mission of community development and poverty alleviation. She also a board member of Asian Solidarity Economy Council, ASEC, a hub of network in Asia associated with the Intercontinental Network for Social Solidarity Economy, RIPES. Okay, and then the second speaker is Associate Professor Dr. Palsan Sanasi Abdullah, Malaysia. Okay, give him applause, everyone. So basically, he is an associate professor at the Faculty of Agro-Based Industry, University Malaysia Kelantan, UMK, Jeli campus. So for your information, his research interests are in the area of environmental technology, biomass-based product development, and capacity building for social entrepreneurship. He is a professional member of the Malaysian Board of Technologies, MBOT, and has completed the Executive Certificate for Entrepreneurial Leaders program. He has been honored with the University Excellence Award for Research and Innovation in 2018 and 2019, Excellent Service and Special Award in 2019 and 2020, respectively. Okay, and next, the speaker, Dayangku Zubaidah binti AG Majid. Okay, give her applause. Okay, so she's a Master Research Assistant in UITM Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. So her research title is Developing Behavioral Trait of Rural Womanpreneurs in Sabah, Malaysia. She has achieved the Best Student Entrepreneur UITM Malaysia. She is Icon Usahawan Negeri Sabah, Tokoh Kepimpinan BBA, Marketing UITM Sabah. She also had experience as a personal coach and business consultant for Rich Great Business School, Family Care Clinic Sepanggar, Brunei Sate House Indai Permai, Melati Furniture, Tea House Cafe, and also small medium entrepreneur in Sabah, Malaysia. Very, very exclusive enterprise. Okay, so I think next we can proceed with the presentation from the speaker. So the first speaker will be Dr. Eri Tri Nuri Adi. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Ibu Nur Farah. She has really a nice voice. I almost fall asleep. Like, oh, so sound is like a song. Okay. If I call selamat pagi, then I expect that you respond pagi, pagi, pagi. Selamat pagi. Pagi, pagi, pagi. So that's ours. That means our spirit still like in the morning. Yeah, so that is. I would like to share, this is not my organizations, Sarikat Petani Pasundan. Yeah, that means the Union of Farmers from Pasundan. Pasundan is the name of the area in the West Java. So the whole title is Cultivating Equity and Equality through Agrarian Reform. So that is the keyword is agrarian reform through the social solidarity economy. Let's go to the next. So you can skip this. I will. May I stand?
Yes, yes.
Because my energy will be more flow while Well, I prefer that you manage this. Yeah, yeah. Okay. This we follow the. We have the time limited there. Then better to skip. Yeah. Okay. If you want to know where is actually Pasundan located, you know, in the left side this is Indonesia, and the right side this is the Pasundan. So more on the below, and that's the area of where Pasundan, where the organizations located. They are like confederations of the peasant associations from the four district Garut, Tasikmalaya, Pangandaran, and Ciamis. Yeah. Okay. At least in that area, they have the same problems, they have the same habitats, agroecology, and so on. Go to the next. And then I would like to tell you, agrarian reform, what actually the problems of this peasant in that Pasundan. Before independence, you know, the farmers and the ancestor were living there in the forest. Yeah, might be as well as a labor of the tea plantations or rubber plantation and so on. There, in the Dutch time, in the colonial time, and there was no land certificate at that time. Okay, and then in the 1945 we got independent, and then the state ruled the new law on the forestry, and that said that. All the forests with no land certification is belong to the state, then become a problems. Yeah. So because the state-owned company and plantation company are coming to that area and claim that is that area, they have the right to manage this forest and area. And sometimes they push away the farmers to go out from that area, and then sometimes as well they are still working as a labor on that plantation. That means continuations from the before independence to independence, there is no much changes in their life. Still poor, less access to the basic needs. And then on the 1998 and to 1999, it was Reformation era. Might be you know, did you follow the history of Indonesia where decentralization has already more started, yeah, from the authoritarian. And the momentum for them to claim, this is our lands. Since the ancestor we are living here, why you claim this is your land? We claim this is our land. So there is start the agrarian reform from the peasant in the Pasundan. So therefore the union, the SPP, was declared in the 2000. This link with the Reformations era. Go to the next. So in the methodology, it was access 7 features of the SSE. And from my assessment, these 7 features has met to the organizations that I can say they are SSE practitioners. And then let's read, then you know well what is actually practice. Engage in the economic activity. I give the color less blue than the others. That means yes, but. Yeah, that means they have limited strategy on sustainable economy, but the rest is very two thumbs. Primary of the people over the profit, contribution to the citizen work and SDGs, mutual aid, voluntary cooperations, democratic governance, autonomous and independence, two thumbs. Yeah, and then the next. So, for the analysis, core features, they have like, this is 51,000 households, 194 hectares arable land, with secure land title, and then they have farmers cooperative there in the 4 districts, and agricultural technical schools. So they built as well. All these assets they built from the harvest of their land, yeah, that they got it from the agrarian reform. They claim as their land, and then they have as well the benefit. Secure their livelihood. Now they don't need to run anywhere because the police forest do not push them away because they have already acknowledged by the government that is their land. And then access to education as well, livelihood becomes secure, automatically as well access to education become better, and they built as well their own school there, like the primary and secondary school, and farmers capacity has been built and women empowerment as well. What is the challenge? Primary objective is not excessive wealth accumulations, but achieving state equilibrium, commonly referred to as break-even nonetheless. Okay, this is the problem. I would like to tell you, there are really two terms to my opinion in agrarian reform, because they are against the law. They are protest, they are hunting by the police and so on, but they would like to get their right. Okay, they got it, they mutually aid, cooperative and so on, but they forgot to think of the economic sustainability. If I saw them, you have so huge land and productive land and so on, but I think you can do more. You can do more. One symptom that I can see, a lot of activists, the facilitator, social workers who help the farmers withdraw from the organizations because they have to build the family. Become activists is not sufficient for livelihood. So I think you have a lot of things there. Land, arable land, productive land, but they do not think on the commercial or productive economy. So that is, I think, the challenge for this movement. Yeah, I think that is a challenge. So that this is as well a challenge for the ESSEC for capacity building. I try to looking how many minutes left. Okay, for the next. You see, this is all the feminist quality. How can we see the feminist policy? And then shortly, they make a policy under the SPP that the women has as well the right to the land title. So normally, the land title in the many cases will be get under their husband, the name of the husband. But they make a policy that 60% of the land title will be given to the husband and the 40% given to the women. So that is, I think, the one of the evidence that the equality policy, the feminist economists are in the SPP. And then what else? So many things actually that we can see as the women has empowered with the capacity building and leadership, they have become the leader in the economy. All the 4 cooperatives in that 4 district are initiated by the women. So again, this is another evidence of the women empowerment. So the next, financial approach. Okay, how do they get the money? Mostly the membership. They are the poor, they are the peasant, the normal peasant, but they have really the membership. And then if I ask them, might be or 5 or the 10% who do not obey. I mean, pay the membership. They are really regular paying, and then 5% from their harvest they contributed to the organizations. Yeah, so that is. But it's not enough actually. They can still actually manage more, what I said, with the productive land. They can more economic activity with their land that they have. So this is financial approach. Next. Contribution to decent work and SDGs. This is a lot. Just no poverty, goal number, I think goal number 1, yeah, and goal number 15, life on land. So this is sure. This reduce the poverty with the secure land, so they have secure livelihood. Zero hunger, clear, because most of 40% of their harvests are self-consuming. That at least the the land, the food security as well is secured by their own land. Quality of education, sure, they build their own school, primary and high school in that area by their own, managed independently. Gender equality, I have shared to you. Decent work and economic growth, they provide the secure work for the farmers, and then economic growth, we can see that all the children has access to the education. Next. That is already the conclusion, that is good. Based on the study, the SPP has implemented 7 dimensions of the social solidarity economy. Nevertheless, the SPP organization's strong commitment to the agrarian reform has resulted less prepared on the development of the economic strategies to improve the welfare of the farmers after they obtain their land right. So after they get the land right, finish, my fight is, struggle is finished, then you're happy. But no, we as a SSE should, you can leverage to the next level. And then the third ballot, access to the land is fundamental for the farmers, providing livelihood and contributing to SDGs and decent work. Without access to land, they cannot build the schools. Can you imagine? The schools education, actually, the delivery should be the mandatory of the government, but they can build independently. This is, I think, very notable achievement. The involvement of the woman in the decision making can provide better family resilience, yeah, and then accelerate economic development at local level. If we see that all this cooperative has been built dynamic by the women. 3 more minutes, I give to the floor for the question and answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Dr. Eri for the insightful information in the remarkable journey of the Serikat Petani Pasundan SPP in Indonesia, which is showcasing its impactful effort in agrarian reform and social solidarity economy SSE. So notably, the SPP's gender inclusive approach sets a positive example. Again, thank you, Dr. Eri. And now we proceed to the second panels. Dr. Palsan.
Now, imagine a sustainable solution that not only preserves the environment, enriches the soil, but also empowers the community economically and socially. Assalamualaikum. Very good afternoon. I'm Palsan. Greetings from the East Coast. How are you guys today? Good. Wonderful. Now, socio-economic empowerment of poor community through biochar social enterprise. That will be the title. To answer the question, how, what? Stay tuned. This is an overview of sharing our 2 projects, started with MOF 1.0 and 2.0, where we began with capacity building, then moved on to empowerment, and then sustainability. Aspects that we have covered: knowledge, skills and transfer, agro waste utilization, product development, social enterprise, income generation, and now we have moved on to social and solidarity economy. To bring us to context, to set the tone today, we all know about social enterprise, business principles merging with profound commitment to solve societal problems such as poverty, pollution, and so on. Yeah? Whereas solidarity social economy, SSE, transcends traditional economic models where we emphasize on cooperation, collaboration, inclusivity, sustainability, addressing the areas under this big whole universe, which is social, economy, and obviously the planet, the environment. We cannot run away from that. Now, our focus would be to the rural people, the poor community, right? Contrary to what you read in the social media, that academics are not doing anything to the community, we from the academia, we through research, development, innovation, we transfer all this through knowledge, skills, and transfer program towards capacity building. The challenge is to identify a practical skill set which would be of beneficial, acceptable, practical, replicable by the community, and which would obviously have an enormous impact for them. Yeah? So this is where we picked selected community members who are willing to join the program. And why Kelantan? In Malaysia, the second state with the highest poverty, people living below the average poverty line income of ringgit Malaysia 1,196 ringgit. and Jeli, where we are, has a poverty incident rate reading of 18.1%. So that became our motive. And there you can see biochar. What is biochar? Biochar is a so remarkable material, a nature-human hybrid produce, where plants capture carbon dioxide from the environment, and we can convert them into carbonized material through thermal decomposition, holding the carbon in a stable form that is returned to the environment. Thus, we do not release carbon dioxide into the air at the end of the plant's life. And biochar is not only a product, it's a transformative element towards social, economic, and environment transformation. Yeah, we'll go more into that to answer my question at the beginning of the presentation. And we believe social enterprise coupled with SSE will promote and drive socio-economic empowerment. And this is the story, the journey that I'm going to share with you all. Where we are, there you go, UMK Jeli Kelantan, 2 hours drive from Kota Baru, the nearest airport, and the community site is about 30 minutes drive from the uni. And our project objective, touching SDG, SE, and SSE, is to increase production capacity in a sustainable way, and then to improve the community product themselves by certification requirements for better marketing. And finally, to provide a starting point for them to help themselves and them helping others along the way. Our project scope, which became the framework, we hold on to our biochar, the transformative product that the community produce after going through our knowledge and skills transfer program. They work together, they produce the product, and there you have biochar-based product development. And this will be followed by the social enterprise business model, taking care people, planet, and of course, you need profit so that economy makes sense. And the community will be empowered. And this, we believe, the convergence of these 3 elements will then uphold social solidarity economy. And to answer the suggestion of Yang YB Datuk Hajar in the morning, unwanted products will become value-added products. This otherwise would have been burned, dumped in the environment, creating air pollution, soil pollution, health, and detrimental to the environment. We have made sure that this does not happen in the constituency anymore, because all these are actually potential income generation. Char, how does it look like? You can see all those examples of agro waste materials in their char form. Our approach, we went to the community, we have to engage with them and believe they will also support the idea. We want those who are very committed. And then we identify and put them through our knowledge and skills transfer program. And the important part here, we want to empower them, not through grants, not through funding. It can be the initiating method, but soon after we initiate a community cooperative, the vehicle for them to empower themselves. And we have process and product improvement along the way. Quality is improved, and production of value-added biochar agri-input products are prepared for the general market. We have here in our second batch 5 participants consisting of 3 females, 2 males. They have like statistics and SPM SRP education. Most work as rubber tapper, 1 housewife. And throughout the program up to November, everybody have managed to earn additional income for themselves and their family. This is the official 5 participants. We have other community members who come along and tag along the way to earn some extra pocket money as well. Now, just to share with everybody a little bit on our activity diary. This will be the meeting with the cooperative officers, and this is where the folks, the lady folks, the community work together in the community workshop and all the knowledge and skills transfer program that we have conducted. And this is the programs where they are introduced to quality management requirement. So the work process is assured, their SOPs are followed through. Yeah, and we are proud to say that the community cooperative has actually attained ISO 9001 2015 certified for provision of production and packaging of the biocharcoal planting media last July. And this was a photo, okay, a record from the project monitoring visit by officers from Ministry of Finance, Malaysia. This would be the routine work at the workshop where we produce planting media, cocoa peat, fiber products. Yeah. And the journey, if you can see here, we started with capacity building, and you can observe the shack. And then we managed to convince them to come up with their own community workshop. It's funded by themselves. Yes, and through knowledge, skills, attitude, transformation, we have come from a product that was packaged in just a normal plastic bag, and now we have a full-fledged new packaging product, a product that is certified under OECD Test 208 for germination, seed transfer, seed growth, plant growth standard, and this was verified through CIRIM. And in Malaysia, only CIRIM can carry out this accredited test, and the community have managed to successfully acquire this. And the important part here, from social enterprise, the proof, the vehicle to carry SSE is the formation of the community cooperative. It's theirs, funded by them, run by them, not by external investors. And here is where from social enterprise going to sustainability, new income generation, generating new economy chain, empowering them with governance. Because we all know cooperative has to be transparent. Every activity, transactions will be audited by the Cooperative Commission of Malaysia. And the relevance would be the newly launched National Biomass Action Plan, which was launched just last month. And biochar, biovinegar, all has been included in the plan itself. And interestingly, there is word on sustainability as well as inclusiveness. The way forward, this is where the actual challenge comes, to keep them surviving, to keep them motivated, to keep them moving forward. Solidarity does not exist in isolation. Solidarity thrives in collaboration. We want partnerships. This is where we believe we can help the community. Agencies, NGOs, CSOs, APPJM, please lend a hand. We need them to break into the mainstream market because it's hard for the community to get there. We all know this. So this is where we want to establish partnership with various stakeholders and overcome the barriers that they have. And we certainly hope that they will be exposed to marketing programs, trainings, because they are all rural folks. Yeah, they are eager to do it, but they want to know how, somebody to guide them. And we need to ensure the production capacity, workshop operations sustained. We have achieved ISO. We also have achieved OECD standard for terrestrial plant test. The future, well, the community will decide because the project ends March 2024. We are looking forward carbon footprinting, product development, environmental technology verification, and hopefully in the future, the community cooperative can participate in carbon credit market. In conclusion, we have managed to increase production capacity up to 1,300 bags per week. That comes around 4,000 plus 5,000 bags per month. And we have improved the image. They have their own trademark, BioArang, for their product. They have managed to obtain certification from CIRIM. They have managed to obtain test validation. And this will help the product market in coming time. And with the cooperative, we have provided them with a vehicle to further carry on with SSE. In whole, we have touched SDG 1, 2, 8, 12, and 13, which aptly describes SSE under people, social transformation, economic prosperity, economic empowerment, and the planet environment, environmental sustainability. And here, call to request, please help them to gain traction into the market. They have their product, we need your help, everybody here. Maybe I sense community farming, please. And the product is out, available now, from the community, for the community. With that, I would like to humbly acknowledge our funders from Ministry of Finance through UMK MOF Social Enterprise Project 1.0 and 2.0. Thank you very much for your undivided support and interest. Have a good day. Hello to my fellow friends.
Okay, thank you to Associate Professor Dr. Palsan Sanasi Abdullah for the informative session regarding the production of biochar stand as a powerful example of sustainable and also inclusive community development. Okay, so the project not only address the immediate economic needs of the poor community members, but also contributes to broader sustainable development goal. Okay, again, thank you, Dr. Palsan. Okay, next we proceed to our third panel. Okay. Dayangku Zubaidah binti A.G. Majid. Okay.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum and good evening to our moderator Nur Farah Ezati binti Abdul Aziz and to all of our presenter today. I am Dayangku Zubaidah binti Awang Majid, currently taking a Master of Science Business Administration as a graduate research assistant under the supervision of Associate Professor Dr. Imelda Albert Gisip and Dr. Cynthia Robert Dawayan in UITM Campus Sabah. Today I will present our study about review of the behavior traits of rural womenpreneurs toward entrepreneurial success in Sabah, Malaysia, which may have a unique challenges and opportunities to rural womenpreneurs, academicians, and to our country. Refer to the Gender Gap Index 2020, Malaysia ranked 103rd out of 146 countries in the world. Department of Statistical Malaysia 2023 stated a population of 15 million women, which is half 32 million population in Malaysia. Then the gap between women contribution to the economy in Malaysia is only 26.36 compared to men. Meanwhile, the small medium entrepreneurs contributed 97.5% to our economic development. Only 20.6% are womenpreneurs out of 1.2 million registration. Refer to this data, the number of womenpreneurs is still low compared to men in Malaysia. DOSM stated, in our research about women and womenpreneurs in Sabah and Malaysia, DOSM stated 700 women entrepreneurs work in various sectors, but their contribution to the gross domestic product is only 0.3% in Malaysia. World Bank reported rural women absent or lack of participation to the economic activity. So in order to overcome this situation, the women involvement and contribution in business field is the best way to activate Sabah economic activity and resources, increase family income, and lead to the personal wealth. But rural womenpreneurs face a problem related to lack of knowledge, lack of family and social support, weak personality, lack of funding, and face gender stereotypes. Because the society perception of traditional women role as a housewife and do not full access to opportunities that are easily accessible to men. Some business mostly run by a man compared to women in Sabah. Because of society perception, women must stay at home. Good wives stay at home, care their children and spouse. This mentality or perception must be changed, and the government support need to create an awareness to the society in Sabah. For an example, this is happened in Sabah last 2 years. The entrepreneurial agency have a 1 million ringgit budget to support and give a grant to rural business owners. During the presentation, there is 10 candidates, 6 women and 4 men who are doing business in the rural areas. The candidates already passed their business proposal. The agency have visited their business location, and all candidates are qualified. Of course, we don't expect the rural womenpreneurs will present same as rural in urban areas, having a slight current bank account, profit and loss statement, LHDN proof taxpayer, and using high technology presentation. We just want them to be clear why they want to get the grant. But when the panel asks if they qualify, if the presenter is qualified to get the 100,000 grant, she replied no. So, and the other candidates, when the panel asked about her position in future planning, she said she just want to stay in the operational part, keep on cutting the onion. She want the machine because want to produce more fried onion and give the highest position and build business networking to husband or men in their family. So that's why we want to know what is real situation in Sabah from the grassroots, because entrepreneurship can be considered as a career choice to rural womenpreneurs who want to create success and inspiration to the society. Because refer to the past academician, the society can be influenced by successful womenpreneurs within their community, such as having a big car, big house, and the community will believe if they do business, they will have a good income, lead to the personal wealth, get a big car, house, and anything. To add, refer to the Arab Women Trainings and Research and International Finance Center. Support from the community and government encouragement is very important to the rural womenpreneurs to involve in various entrepreneurial activities. The income obtained will help them to support their family and contribute to the community and the country. So the gender-sensitive policies and good practices should be developed to provide effective ecosystem women entrepreneurship in Malaysia. And there is a lack of exploration and investigation on the behavior of female entrepreneurs in Sabah, Malaysia in achieve entrepreneurial success. As a conclusion, this study is to investigate the knowledge and identify the problem faced by rural womenpreneurs. The government and association in Sabah has organized many programs, support and give a lot of funding, but the effectiveness is still not achieved. And some expectation, including the gender inequality, lack of support from family and society, lack of business capital, lack of ideas and creativity to grow and expand their business are still question marks among female entrepreneurs in Sabah. Last but not least, can what we build today take us into tomorrow? Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Ms. Dayangku Zubaida for illuminating the significant role of rural womenpreneurs in Sabah, Malaysia, and also bringing attention to the imperative need for tailored support, initiative, and policies to foster their entrepreneurial success.